So I guess the first time we met was here in Geneva at our office, and that's when you shared with us a secret project that will today be revealed, where you wanted to do something really special that you've never done before. What was the idea?
So, in the history of Panerai, which you know better than me, is that we have archives in our manufacture in Neuchâtel, we have archives in our historical boutique of Florence. We have recreated a sort of mini museum in the office of Mr. Panerai on the first floor. For the ones who visit our boutique in Florence, which is our historical boutique, can visit it. And when Richemont acquired Panerai in 1997, we got the chance to find historical movements, among which one will be powering the watch we're going to reveal today.
I guess it's the moment to go into the specifics of the watch.
Yes.
And you have done before models in very small, limited editions, in platinum, but this is crazier than that. What is, if you talk me through the watch if you want, and let's see if you can give me all the crazy points that watch reunite on one future collector's wrist.
It's an 8 days manual caliber coming from Angelus. So it was one of the company producing movement which still exists today, and for which Panerai was getting some of its movement. It's the Angelus 240, 8 days, manual wind mechanism. It's a beautiful movement that has been entirely restored in our manufacture in Neuchâtel.
This is not a reproduction.
No, we declassify it
from the museum.
We dismantle it because to make sure it was
oil, clean, service, adjust.
Exactly.
So it meets the quality standard.
Exactly. And rebuild it to have this.
So that's the movement. 1 of 12.
1 out of 12. Provided we keep the 11 ones now in our museum.
So then in the history of Panerai, these angular lugs came, but not the downturned ones that we see later, but really the angular ones that were stuck into the case.
Yes.
So we've done these lugs as well. If I may, to have my 1 minute of nerdiness, if you take a loop and zoom in, for those who know the historic Angelus movements that Panerai used, not only is it finished with the Geneva stripes, but right under the balance, and the balance is not just any balance, it's a Glucidor balance, there is a date code. It is Juin 61. And that means that we're looking here at a over 60-year-old movement that was probably originally destined to be used, that somehow was spared from rough use out there. And now 62 years later, it starts again beating in that movement. And that is a detail that the viewers should see in one or the other form. It's just beautiful. So you can say wholeheartedly into the camera, never ever anything like this watch with a vintage museum-owned piece in this constellation will be done.
It's a one-off.
It's a one-off.
It's a one-off.
One-off for a good cause.
Yes.
Exactly. Excellent.
So at Panerai, as you know, because we spoke a bit of time on that, is that we are supporting UNESCO, which is an organization highlighting us about the pollution of the oceans. And Panerai has been involved in the Ocean Day. Totally decided that we will give 100% of the proceeding, including your commission, to support the activity of UNESCO.
I'd like to really wish that our collectors community, the Paneristes and the generic watch collectors, that they combine their passion, having fun, and raise as much as possible for a good cause it would be my wish. And I will thank everyone who will raise the paddle on that auction.
Thanks for that, because I was not needing any second to convince you to do it. It was not a point of discussion. It was a no-brainer, and you have said, of course, we do it. And thank you very much. I really appreciate your support on that.